Hey guys, Ryan from Let Me Be Critic here with a new review for you. This time it's the new Netflix film Extraction, starring Chris Hemsworth.
You want to survive, you do exactly as I say.
Who are you? Are you always this brave?
Extraction is a action film in which Chris Hemsworth stars as Tyler Rake, a mercenary who is hired to go into Bangladesh to save a kidnapped boy who is the son of a drug lord, which leads to a very long cat and mouse game. It's a very Taken-esque film where it's somebody with a very particular set of skills going after to save someone who doesn't have any skills, and the journey that they go on and all the action and whatnot. I was not really looking forward to this movie in any way. I love Chris Hemsworth, and this is directed by Sam Hargrave, who is a first-time director. He was the stunt coordinator on Avengers Endgame, Captain America Civil War, amongst several other movies, and the kicker was this was written by Joe Russo of the Russo brothers, who directed the past two Avengers movies and the last two Captain America films, and it was produced by them as well. So that piqued my interest, but when I saw the trailer, I was like, whatever, it's like a generic action movie, you know, Taken-esque, but with Chris Hemsworth, who's a very likable lead, but Chris Hemsworth does not make very good movies outside of the Marvel Universe. He's tried comedy, and I think he's funny. Vacation was not very good. It was okay. Ghostbusters. I'm not going into Ghostbusters. And then his other action movies, he made 12 Strong, which isn't really talked about. He made Men in Black International, which halfway through seeing in theaters, I actually just debated leaving. I was like, should I just go? Like, why am I here? This is just like a stain on like human existence. But I have to say, this movie actually really surprised me. Now, it's very basic story. You've seen it all before. It's not really doing anything different in the story world. Very predictable. You will kind of see everything coming. But what makes this movie stand apart is the action. This is the first time director who was a stunt coordinator, and you see it on the screen. Every action scene feels different from every other action scene, and it's some of the best, most choreographed action I've ever seen. This film has a one-take sequence that's between 10 to 15 minutes. It's a car chase, and then it's a shootout, and it's a street fight, and then they're going through buildings, and it's by far the best one-take action sequence on Netflix, and that's including Daredevil. That's including season 1 of Daredevil. I think this is the best one-take action sequence, maybe of all time. The way the camera moves, it's like it's alive. It makes you feel like you're a character with them, like you're following along Chris Hemsworth and this boy as they are being chased by the police. They're being chased by this Terminator-esque figure that I don't want to go into that much, but he's fantastic. And while this film is very Taken-esque, I would say the action is very comparable to John Wick. There's no fast, quick cutting like Taken 3, where it's 17 cuts for to have Liam Neeson go over a fence. You don't have that. It's all fantastic camera work. It's some of the most well choreographed action. And you can tell that Chris Hemsworth did a lot of his own stunts. And this is a very physically demanding role, and it's the first time I've seen him outside of the MCU where I'm like, this guy is an action star. 100%. They're trying to make him an action star, and he should be. It's just he hasn't had the best films to do that with. Chris Hemsworth really proved himself to me in this movie, and this is a film where, for American audiences at least, relies directly on Chris Hemsworth, and I think he delivers completely. Like I said, this is a very predictable movie. It's not going to win any story awards. It's not going to win anything like that. It's not going to win any awards. Maybe, no, it might win like stunt awards. I think it deserves, if there's stunt awards, it deserves some stunt awards, because it had some of the best stunt work I've ever seen in a movie. To me, it kind of raised it above a typical generic action movie and put it in the upper echelon. The acting is very good in this as well. It's a generic story, but the actors all play up the realism in a way that makes you really invested in the film. But I knew what was going to happen. So that's the weird thing. It wasn't really the story that was drawing me in. It was the actors themselves and the action. But I think the movie is worth watching just for the action alone. I'm going to give Extraction a 6.8 out of 10. It's a really fun action movie. It's not going to change the world. It's not changing the wheel. But if you want to see fantastic action, in my opinion, the best action from a Netflix original, this is the movie for you. Alright guys, that's my review. I have some more videos coming up in the next couple weeks. I kind of changed up my format, so now I'm just doing a couple of videos a week instead of every day. I think it works a little better that way, gives the videos a little more time to breathe. Put down in the comments below what other movies you'd like me to review that I haven't already. There's definitely some older movies that I haven't reviewed, some movies that came out last year. You know, I'm kind of new to this, so put down in the comments what you guys like me to review, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.